Opinions and ideas expressed in the following Moraine Valley Broadcast Channel recording are those of its creators and do not represent the views of Moraine Valley Community College.
Hey, this is the Food and Labor Podcast with Yulitza,
Carlos,
and Vanessa.
And today we will be talking about the 5 for 15 movement.
And for those that don't know, it's basically this movement where a bunch of fast food workers felt that they weren't getting paid enough for their work, so they started protesting. They did this mass walkout thing, and then after a while, sort of everyone just sort of followed suit. You know, workers from all sorts of places, if it's minimum wage, and basically they started asking for a raise from the minimum wage to 15 an hour, and yeah, that's how it started.
Yes, and the 5 for 15 will help fast food workers to have a better wage and a union. They can support their lives. Fast food workers, they can, even though they have 2 jobs with minimum wage, they have to go and get public assistance like Link or medical insurance like Medicaid. So they deserve to get a $15 the hour to live better and have the possibility to get a better life for them and their families.
Right, but let's not forget that the movement also includes healthcare workers, childcare workers, and teachers also.
Yep, and in case we forgot to mention, they also want the right to form a union. It's the best way to to negotiate for a fair wage.
Well, I support the 5 for 15 movement because, well, I think that it will definitely boost people out of poverty, and as in families wouldn't have to depend on welfare programs such as food stamps and Medicaid, and also I think boosting people out of poverty would help people have the opportunity to go to school. And, well, overall, it will definitely save the public money. But also, I think that that this movement would influence pay on other jobs. And by this, I mean that once other jobs see that this movement is progressing, I think they would also might raise wages, and perhaps maybe one day the minimum wage of $15 will also raise later on.
Oh yes, of course, I agree with you. The healthcare workers and child care workers and the college professors, they deserve to get a better wage. A lot of college professors, we know that they, even though they have a career and everything, they still live under the line of poverty, and that movement will help them to go over the line and get a better life.
And it's not as if corporations can't afford to pay their workers. I mean, I guess I understand if it's like a smaller business and they don't make that much money to begin with, but if you're like a multi-billion-dollar industry like McDonald's, you really have no excuse. Right?
No, that's right.
Yeah.
They have a lot of money, and they waste money in another things like publicity or another like food or installations for the restaurants, or right, and they have the money to get them for their employees because they're a large business. They're a large company that they win a lot of money every day, and they can afford it.
Right, which is another reason why they should allow the 5 for 15 movement.
Well, have you guys ever like spoke to relatives about it, or friends, family, see what they think?
Yes, I spoke with my dad, and he said that every employee deserves to get the value or the right wage so you can live with, because everything is going very expensive. The food is getting expensive, your home, all your things you have to pay to support your family economically. It's getting expensive, so the movement will help the low workers, low workers' wages to boost the economy and, like I said, get a better life or have the possibility to they can have more stability in their life.
Yeah, I've also spoken to family and friends about this movement, and because some of those relatives and friends work in fast food companies and also are childcare workers, they definitely think that the minimum wage should raise to $15, and that they should have a right to a union, because they think that having the right to join a union is what would overall help them the most, protect their rights and raise their minimum wage, and help them get the respect that they deserve from society.
And also, I know that a lot of people, they work for a long time in the company, and they always receive raise of 10 cents, 20 cents, and that's not really,
That's not fair.
no.
Yeah.
There are persons, they can work their whole life for 30 years, 20 years, and they only have like $2 more than they just started when they started working there.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. Right?
Yeah, I never really thought to bring it up to anyone myself, but I can remember a while back before I even started taking this class. It's like my mom brought up this 5 for 15 movement, and she would go on about how it's unfair that they make, that they make 15 or as such as much as they do if they haven't actually gone to school to earn the education. Like, she's generally the type that makes the argument that if you want to make more money, you should go to school, but that's easier said than done. It's like you go to college, you get your degree, and you even manage to get a job as a part-time professor or anything like that. Doesn't guarantee you'll be lifted out of the poverty line. All it guarantees is that you'll have student debts to pay off on top of everything else. You'll be in a worse off place.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's just, it's like, it just seems a bit like you'd have to be really well off to just casually make an argument like that. Like, I don't think you really know what it is to be in a hard place if you think it's as easy as it sounds.
Yeah.
Yes. And there are a lot of students that when they finish college, they don't find the job that they study for, and they have to look for
they
another
end up
job.
working in a fast food company or nothing that has to do with their degree.
No, and they deserve to, like, after they gone to school and everything, they can deserve to get more money, the $15 per hour.
Yeah.
And then the richest people, like the big companies like McDonald's or another big company of fast food, they always get more rich. They don't get less rich if they don't pay enough money to their workers. They have the money and they can afford it.
Yeah. And when I mentioned that a union would help all of these workers get the respect that they deserve, I meant because today in society many people look down on fast food workers because it's considered the lowest job, but I mean, it's still, a job is a job, and they deserve a well-paid wage. And also, if it weren't for healthcare workers, childcare workers, and teachers, then we wouldn't have the care that we need, or our children wouldn't have anyone for them to care for, and and also we wouldn't be educated without all these teachers, college professors, and yeah.
Anyone else have anything else to add?
Well, I guess that's it for today.
Yeah, so have another 20 seconds. So yeah, basically, everyone here agrees with each other wholeheartedly. So in a way, this is like kind of like a Fox News broadcast or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the Food and Labor podcast, and thanks for
Listening.
today.
Yeah, and I hope you join us again soon where we talk about another topic and continue to agree with each other. And the limit for the broadcast is 12 minutes, but I think I'm going to be a rebel and let it run for 12 minutes and 1 second.